So that's why coming at you with another Cardfight Vanguard, Cardfight area duel. We got today me playing Silver Thorn, Empress Venus, Luquier versus Royal Palidans. I don't know what kind of build he's playing because it looks pretty weird to me when I was playing him. So he writes a great 1 AK booster, vanilla, AK vanilla. So I go and write Silver Thorn assist in the arena. So I'll charge a trigger because I may need it later, maybe call out something for Vanguard. Then I go and use the starter skill so I can try and get Luquier in my soul since I already have the cross ride and the other Luquier in my hand. I want to see if I can go cross ride right away since I don't have a break ride. But I don't, so that's fine. I call another arena, start searching. So at this time I have a really huge amount of cards in my soul already. I say huge because it's normal than what you would have on your first turn. So I go ahead and attack, he no guards. I check a critical. He checks a stand. I know Royal Paladin has enough to play crits, so I know he's not playing a whole bunch of Jewel Knight crits and draws and stuff. Because I mean, Jewel Knights have a really good deck right now in Japanese formats I'm always playing. So I'm kind of surprised he doesn't use Blast Blade's effect to kill my arena. I guess not, so I let his Rear Guard Blast Blade attack hit. I hit a draw trigger and draw, and I draw heal trigger, so I go ahead and use that guard, so that way he can't search out with his starter. So he checks a Wingle. So if you don't know, Wingle is a 10k booster for Blasted Blade units. So I just write the 12k attacker, I'll attack, he no guards. I check a draw trigger. So I draw another grade 3. So at this point I'm just gonna probably have to go on my turn I write grade 3 and just call it a bunch of grade 3s to attack. So he rides the break ride, Ashley, calls Wingle. So you can get that 19k column going there, so it have to be a 15k guard. So he decides to go ahead and attack with that column. So I decide to no guard, so I get a critical here, which is actually pretty good because now I can just give him a 10k and it's 2 to pass again. So I wouldn't have to give him a 15k guard. So I already give him go ahead and give him a 10k. So he checks another Wingo. Checks a critical, so yeah, it was a good thing I guarded it because he put me at limit break. It's not too bad, but it's a good thing I didn't let him. It would have been too bad to be at limit break right now because I could just use Silver Thorn's skill, but I decided not to because decided not to let that happen. So I draw another Luquier, so I got to write the regular Luquier and call out my other grade 3s. So I attack his Blessed Blade with my rear guard Luquier. He guards it. I attack his Vanguard. He'll guard for 1. You see me pause a little bit because I'm like, are you going to guard for 2? Or 1? So I was like, what's going on here, man? Because you're just going to guard for 1, you might as well no guard. Because you pretty much usually get at least 1 trigger per twin drive. So he doesn't, I get a Counterblast 1 Peekaboo card. And then, like I said, you usually do get a critical, so pretty much I know that it's probably going to go through. Yep, it does go through with the critical trigger. So put it all in the Vanguard. So he gets a critical trigger. Yeah, he's playing a really great build because he's still using Lu. Nobody uses Lu at this point anymore. One, because it's a 4k trigger and its effect is useless since Barco's banned as a starter. I mean, you can still run Barker as a card in your deck, but it's still not that great. So he checks a heal trigger, so he is able to heal and go back to 4 damage, so it's not too bad for him. And then he puts all the power on the Vanguard, which was a misplay for him, because he should have just put a power on Blast the Blade, and then one on the Vanguard, so that way I can't really attack with the rear guard. And since he did that, he has to give me another shield to keep that Blast the Blade and keep that 19k column. So he break rides his Alfred. I don't see why he did, because if I was him, I would have just break ride then whatever that grade 3 he has in his hand. I don't know this, at the time when I was playing him, I didn't even know he had that in hand, but if I was him, I would have break ride that, unless its effects don't allow him to, so if I was him, I would have done that to call Alfred to the rear guard, use Alfred's skill called the AK booster, so that way he has a full field and he can keep an interceptor in his hand. You're gonna, so I believe he did call the interceptor instead of a grade 3. I mean, it's not bad, Alfred's not bad, because if you break ride, he'll be a 30k if you have a full field. So it's not too bad. And I already have a perfect guard in my hand, so I can easily guard his break ride attack. So yeah, he does call that card. I think his effect is like when he hits, he can counterblast one. Oh, nope, you just can look at the top card of your deck. It's grade 1 or 2, Paladin called the rear guard circle, if not, shuffle your deck. He doesn't use his skill. So he takes with a 19k column to my Vanguard. He doesn't put the power on it because he doesn't. I guess he forgot to do it, but I know it's 19k, so I decided to go no guard it. See if I can get a trigger, so that way I can go. Because I can limit break next turn and go cross ride, but unless I draw a break ride, I probably will ride my break ride instead, because that way I get the combo off and try and get some good rear guards out on the field. So I got in perfect guard. He checks a grade, an AK vanilla. I kind of prefer the new Marin artwork for the Liberators more than that one, because that one kind of looks a little bulky to me for some reason. And then he checks the draw trigger. See, I don't know what kind of build he's got. He has like 2 different draw triggers in here. He has the Margot one, and he has this draw trigger, Jewel Knights one. So it's like, what's going on here, man? Like, what kind of deck you playing? And I didn't know he drew a Blast Blade, so that's what he drew for, his draw trigger. So I check a break ride. So I'm at limit break. So I draw a break ride, so I decided to go and ride the break ride because I don't know if I can kill him this turn. Because he may have another perfect guard in his hand, so I'm just like, ride this so I can get the combo going off next turn. So he guards, attack with Luquier at his Blast Blade and then guards it. Then I'll attack his Vanguard. He perfect guards it. So yeah, I was kind of worried he would do that, so yeah, it's fine. So I check a heal, so I do heal the break ride. For you guys to know when you're playing Silver Thorns, the new cross ride requires Silver Thorn Counterblast, so yeah, it's a good idea to heal any non-Silver Thorn damage. So yeah, I heal the break ride. Put the power on my left column, cross-rided column. Then I check a 12k attacker. And unfortunately, I do not have a Zelma in my soul, so if I did attack and hit, I could have called the Zelma out and then put the regular gear in and call another 12k there. So this one I'm just like, who should I attack? So I decided I was gonna like, maybe I should take less to get rid of that 19k column, but I said not to, because I have all 10k or higher rear guards. So I'm just like, I'd still be a 10k guard. So I decided to go with the Vanguard. Then he checks a critical trigger, because I knew that he was gonna guard the Vanguard, because he needs like keep it. And I decided not to attack with his, and also it was a good thing not to attack his Blasted Blade, because he drew a Blasted Blade, so he could just call and killed one of my units. So again, I don't know why he doesn't ride that grade 3 in his hand, the one that's still in his hand, not the one he just rode, because it would have been better to ride the one in his hand than use Ganselet's skill to search out another Blasted Blade, because he should still have one left in deck if he's playing 4. So that way he could have kept the guard in his hand, and also be able to use that guy's effect if he's able to. So he goes ahead and uses Council at skill, gets him 2 crits, so it's still going to be a 15k card for 2. So it's still not that great of a card to use. It's only good for searching, pretty much. I mean, if you were to play a Majesty Lord Blaster Bright Ride deck, that actually is a good deck to play. Because you can easily just go 3 crit and go huge numbers and stuff. And it's a 12k base if you have them in the soul, so it's still pretty good. So I'll guard for 10. And I'll guard the 19k column 10. Then I'll probably just give him 15 and go and don't take the take the last attack. So yeah, I guard for 15. Decided to do that, but to give up my 12k attacker because it's like you can attack any of my rear guards. I have a grade 3 if he decides to go attack my rear guard with this last column. If he does, I can just give it, let him hit that and just call them my the grade 3 in my hand. If not, I can just guard it with a 10k and then break ride, because that card will be only 15k column there, and if he gets a trigger, it'll be still 10k guard. Unless he's attacking Luquier, because then it'll be 20k. So he just checks the special interceptor and then the grade 3 break ride. So he's got like it's pretty much going to be final turn because he only has 5 cards, and I know he has a grade 3 and a special interceptor in his hand. And the special interceptor only works if he's on the field when he intercepts. So he goes and attacks my Vanguard, so I'm just like, screw it, I'll let it hit. And I go to some at limit break and I check his Zelma. Unfortunately, I would like to have that in my hand, so that's fine. Or in my soul. But still super Thorn damage, so it's still pretty good. So I draw another grade 3, so I just go ahead and break ride, and then I'll move the regular Luquier back, and then call my other grade 3. So I'll attack with my right column grade 3 at the Vanguard. He guards and intercepts. I double click his Vanguard so he can put it back to regular because he had it still at 14. So I go and put the other my 2 grade 3s in soul because I'm attacking with the Vanguard, and I call it 12k attacker, and then like Peekaboo counterblast 1 grade 1 card. So he perfect guards. It's fine. I check his Zelma, which is pretty good. In case he attacks one of my rear guards, and I can just easily remake a new column real quickly. It's such a great card, Zelma. I'm so happy it's coming out. It's at 15 because that card it's like it's a new trapeze, and it's so good. You can, like, if you had a shitty column, you can just reset your entire column with Zelma. So good. So you get I got a critical trigger, because like say you attack my 12k attacker and I decide not to guard it. That goes rear guard, I can just call Zelma on that spot, put the counterblast 1 Peekaboo back into Stone Cold 12k, and then just swap them, and I have a new column. So yeah, it's really good. And you can also fix other columns there too, so it's really nice. So yeah, check critic, I put it all in Dragon. And at this point, I can just, you can see his hand, he has 15 guards, so he can guard the Dragon's column. So he decides not to guard that column. He checked the heal trigger. He would have survived because he would have been able to have enough to guard Dragon's column. But he doesn't, so he checks his stand, so that's pretty much game. So this will be Zetsui signing out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget we have a giveaway coming up. The more subscribers we get, the better the giveaway will be. So have a good day.